Hello everyone and welcome to my Lego room. I'm TJ the Brickwright and today is a pretty special day because today I'm going to be talking about the Lego Lord of the Rings Rivendell set. You'll forgive me if I'm a little bit hiding behind back here because holy cow, this is a very large set. I was a little worried about picking up something this big, but if you're looking for a very detailed review going through all the different features of the set, I apologize. That's not going to be this video. I'm going to go over some of the highlights, some of my favorite parts of the set, but there are some other people out there who've done some amazing in-depth reviews going over all the little different Easter eggs and details. But I'm just going to talk about a few things that I really liked, a couple of things I didn't like very much, the reason I picked up this set on opening day, and the reason why I decided that it was worth trying to spend a ridiculous amount of money to get this. So this particular set is over 6,100 pieces. It's $500 US. And is it worth it? Well, that depends on you. But for me, yes. I believe that it was worth it. Not just because we get a ton of parts in this thing. I mean, most of them are taken up from the tile roof on this, but that's not the only reason why. But it's also because I wanted to let Lego know that I want more. And I was hoping that this thing would sell out. I was hoping that it would be off the shelves, that you wouldn't be able to find it in stores. You'd have to wait for the reprints to get out. And unfortunately, it looks like it's pretty widely available, which is good news for anybody who's interested in picking up the set and isn't glued to their computer when the set went live online. But as I sit here and look at it and how beautiful this set is, it's absolutely gorgeous. I really hope we get more Lord of the Rings. I heard a rumor that the designers for this set were told that they get one shot to do one set for Lego Lord of the Rings as kind of an anniversary build to celebrate Lord of the Rings being around for, what is it now? 20 years, I think. And so they decided to go big or go home, and they went big. And they definitely went big on this. It's full of so many Easter eggs, but I think if you were to ask me what my favorite part of this build is, it's gotta be the swords. I'm definitely a weapons guy, as many of you know. I recently built a Lego version of Anduril, Flame of the West, or Narsil, until I get the lettering, the Elvish lettering on the blade. I guess it's the shards of Narsil, or it's just Narsil. Come on, TJ, get it together. But the shard of Narsil that's included in the Rivendell set is amazing. Just the whole pack of swords that come with it. We have a new sword for Aragorn. We have a sword for Boromir. And we even have Hadafang, I believe is the way you say it. It's Arwen's sword from The Lord of the Rings. Gimli has some dwarven axes, and it comes with 4 of those. It comes with 2 new stings, which is Frodo's sword, Bilbo's before him. Another couple parts are the gazebo, the towers, just the tree line, just the whole skyline that you see on the set is absolutely beautiful. I don't build a lot of trees, so I'm not sure if these techniques are used often, but they're techniques that I've not done before, and I really quite enjoyed them, actually. I know some people get a little upset about the repetition of things, especially this tallest tree right here. A lot of people said that the repetition on this particular build they didn't like, but I thought it was fine. I don't mind the repetition. A lot of you know when I built the AT-AT's legs without using the instructions, I found it quite relaxing and enjoyable in the repetition of the builds. I'm sure you're all here and want to know my least favorite part about the set. My least favorite part about the set is the price. Honestly, if I can get it for cheaper, I will jump on that. And if I see somebody who's selling another copy of this online for $50, $100 less, I'm probably going to make a significant effort to try to pick that up, because I think it's worth it. And I think having multiple copies and trying to put them together and expand Rivendell would be a really fun project. The minifigures are absolutely incredible. You have the entire Fellowship as well as a bunch of extra elves. You have Arwen and Elrond and a couple of generic elves. You have a dwarf that isn't Gloin, who is Gimli's father, but when I looked at a picture of Gloin, it's 100,000% Gloin. Like, their beards are matching completely. I mean, just look up a picture of Gloin and then look at the minifigure and tell me it's not him. But the designer's like, no, it's just a generic dwarf. It's like, no, it's not. You based it off of a dwarf that was at the Council of Elrond, happened to be Gloin. Sorry. Anyway, that's my own personal idea. Now, when I was building it, I actually was able to live stream the build to the patrons. So thanks to my patrons for being able to set that up for me so I could have some fun. And while I built it, I actually watched the Lord of the Rings extended edition, all 3 movies. And my goal was actually to try to finish it before the movies were done. And I actually did it just fine. And that was with me talking and trying to share things about my life and getting distracted a little bit from the movie. So if you wanted to try to build it, I think it'd be a fun challenge to say, can I finish building it before we finish watching the movie? So it might be a fun project for you and your spouse or your family or somebody to jump in and try to build it that way. I had a lot of really good fun with it. I am absolutely in love with the set. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I have no idea where I'm going to put it. I don't think it fits on my shelf behind me. I might try to figure out a way to get it on there, though. And I got to say, I really hope this isn't the end of the Lord of the Rings Lego line. They need more. It deserves more. And I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So something tells me that Lego is just trying to see what's going to happen with the Lord of the Rings sets. I know the price point is going to probably push a lot of people away from picking it up, and that's going to dampen the spirits, just as the rain dampened the spirits of Frodo and Sam as they entered Emyn Muil. But I hope everybody gets a chance to pick it up. I hope you, at least if you can't pick it up, get the chance to see it in person, because I think seeing it in person, being able to look around it and seeing the details and the intricacies of the build, the techniques used in here are amazing. The parts that come in it are very plentiful and very shocking to see how some of these things are put together. But if you get the chance to take a look at it, if it's at the Lego store near you, really look through it. I think you'd be surprised at how much you would enjoy just even looking at this. I don't buy a lot of display pieces, and thankfully this has enough features that you can probably I can probably let my kids walk around in Rivendell with their little minifigures and meet all the different characters from the Lord of the Rings, meet the Fellowship and meet Elrond and all that. So that is basically my entire review. Whether or not you should buy it is obviously a personal decision, but I will advocate for the same thing that I advocate for every single time I get asked if something is worth buying. Number 1, don't go into debt to buy a Lego set. Never go into debt to buy a Lego set. It's not worth it. Trust me. Now, if you want it and you have $500 that's sitting around, nothing to do with it, nothing better to do with it, then yeah, sure, pick it up, obviously. If you're a Lord of the Rings fan, definitely go for it. If you are a huge Lord of the Rings fan and you weren't able to get any of the sets previously that are 10 years old now, then I would suggest starting to save up. I think the set will be around for a while. I don't think it's going to be out of print and stop printing it in 6 months. So I would start right now. Put a little bit of money aside every time you can. If this is something that you want, save up for it. Buy it with cash. Don't go into debt. Again, always. If you have to go into debt to get a Lego set, you should wait. And you should save up the money first. The gift with purchase for this one, when it first came out, was just the brick heads, the Frodo and Gollum, which I think is like a $15 brickhead set. So there really wasn't an incentive to pick it up for opening day, except for me. I really, really wanted to let Lego know that I wanted more. I wanted more of this. The very next one I want is an updated Helm's Deep with the giant tower, and then a battle pack of wall sections that you can expand on. Nothing could be better in my mind, or a Minas Tirith or something like that. I mean, the sky's the limit on where you can go with giant buildings and scenery from the Lord of the Rings. And I really hope that they get enough sales from this that tells them, hey, Lego, we want more, because I want more. Even after spending the money on this set, I really want more Lord of the Rings. I think they're absolutely incredible movies, and having just watched them while I build this, it makes it even more exciting. I think the coolest part that happened when I was going through and building it on the live stream is I actually got to a point where they were at Rivendell meeting with Bilbo at the very time that I was opening the bags and building Bilbo. So, I mean, the timing was so cool. And then even in the Return of the King, I was actually building the different parts of it with the swords and all that coming into play, which was pretty cool. All right. I will have a video coming up hopefully soon, which will be a time lapse of the live stream of me building it. So if you want to see what it looks like to build over 12 hours or so, then that would be a good time to do it. Otherwise, I hope this is enough of a glowing review, Lego, for you guys to say, hey, you know what? Let's get some maybe not as expensive Lord of the Rings set and see how they sell. Because I can guarantee you, you will get a lot of purchases from my house. As I had mentioned previously in other videos, we've been watching The Lord of the Rings with my kids for the very first time, for my second and third oldest children. And holy cow, they absolutely love it. And I can't wait to see their reaction when they see Rivendell. And hopefully we get to play with it a little bit tomorrow and enjoy what a fantastic Lego build, what a fantastic display piece and play piece this is. So thank you for stopping by and checking out. I hope I answered some questions, and I hope I stopped a few of you from making a bad financial decision in purchasing this set on credit. I'm going to advocate for that forever, and you're going to get tired of me, but I'm going to keep saying it forever because it needs to be said. Until I see you next time in the Lego room, play well. Bye.